Good morning, my lovelies. This Miss Jacob coming straight from that spiker star, aka the messenger. For it's always a message. Miss Jacob always have a message for you, but it's up to you to discern what Miss Jacob is trying to say. Remember, I'm just the outsider looking into your world, seeing things that you do not see, okay? But the name of this video is as follows. You were born in the system to be sacrificed as a pawn. A pawn. Mark 12-17. Then the living Messiah said to them, give back to Caesar what is Caesar's, and to God what is God's. And they were amazed at him. System, a set of things working together as parts of a mechanism or an interconnecting network. Government, an authoritative director or control, the continuous exercise of authority over and the performance of functions for a political unit. Organization, body of people with a political or purpose, especially a business, society, association, etc., etc., etc. Birth certificate, an official document issued to record a person's birth, including such data as name, gender, date of birth, and parentage. Social security number, a numerical identifier assigned to U.S. citizens to track income and determine benefits. Okay, let me just say this, okay? Make this disclaimer. First of all, I, nor no one else, asked to be brought into this world, okay? Sometimes I sit and I think, and I'm like, damn, like, if I wasn't born into this world, what would I be doing? Where would I be at? You know, I think about things like that, okay? That's number one. Number two, when we came into this world, our parents offered this up to these people, offered this up to them. Here is my child. Here is my child. You can have my child. And that's when you became a pawn from the womb of your belly. That's why you have a number, okay, a social security number, okay? There's a barcode. Okay, you a number, you are a barcode to them, okay? A barcode. Let me tell you something. Way back when, there's a scripture in the Bible that says, remember the days of old, okay? Way before that they were having babies in the hospital, they had a midwife. They had babies at home. They didn't have no babies in no hospital. They had babies at home. It was called a midwife. Okay, way before any of this stuff even took place, okay? Way before we started going to the store and buying things, okay? This place is a whole garden, okay? A whole garden. God created natural resources for his people to live off of. But for some unknown reason, we were taking out of our original habitat into something that they want us to be. You see what I'm saying? A programming, okay? That's not the way that it was designed. Now, I have watched a couple of Purpose videos from Major Gardner and just a lot of people's videos, and a lot of them say, oh, you got to own your own food, and to grow your own food, and just grow your own food and control your own food. But these people fail to realize is that how can you own your own food when you don't first own you don't even own your own identity within yourself. You don't own yourself. They own you. Anything you know, they taught you. Anything you say, they told you to say. Okay, you don't own even the way you think. How the hell you going to own some food when you don't even own first your own thought process and the way you should think? Okay, you don't own anything. Okay, everything is borrowed and everything is rented. The scripture clearly says, give to Caesar what belongs to Caesar. You belong to Caesar. You can't bite the hand that feeds you. Is you kidding me? And see, what people like that fail to realize is that you're under a general and you're under a captain. Don't you know they'll take you out before they take me out? That's why y'all be beating. That's why a lot of these purple channels be beating around the bush when they be saying certain things. You want to know why? Because they know they can't say it. That's why. They know that their captain and their general is on their heels like white on rice. And you are a pawn because your mother sacrificed you to be a pawn. That's why you have a number attached to you, okay? And a barcode. Okay, because you are a pawn. All right, you're being used to do certain things and to say certain things. After that task is done, guess what? Bye-bye. You got to go back down bottom, down back to the rabbit hole where you came from. That's just the way it is. But you would never in your life own no food if you don't first own your identity. Own your own identity within your own soul, within you. Control your own narrative, okay? You don't control your own narrative. You belong to Caesar. You can't bite the hand that feeds you. Is you kidding me? You're trying to go against these people. And then the sad part about it is you ain't trying to be free. But you know what? Kanye West said it best. Kanye West said it best when he said slavery is a choice. And it's a choice. You chose to be part of Caesar. You chose. Now all of a sudden, you want to sit up here and call yourself trying to go against Caesar. You can't go against him. That captain and that general will take your ass out faster than you blink. Like that. And your ass is gone. You're finished. And your mother sacrificed you as that because you a pawn. You 50-something, 60-something, 70. You're a grown individual. And yet and still, you still being told what to do. Let me tell you something. That's why I ripped my birth certificate. I ripped my birth certificate up and my social security number, and I threw it in the Passaic River. Okay? It's documents that I was born, but the social security number is invalid. And I'm glad. You don't own me. I'm fighting to take back my dominion. Y'all just don't get it, do y'all? And I'm good right now. And you want to know why? Because I got good, great faith in the Creator. I made my mind up a long time ago not to be part of the systems of this world and not to be part of Caesar. And then the sad thing about it is when you have children and grandchildren, you offering your children up to these people. Why do you think why at a certain age, I think it's 18 is mandatory. It's mandatory at 18 and probably younger than that you are to be drafted into the military. Why you think is that? Why? Because your mother sacrificed you to them. That's why you belong to them. They own you. What is you talking about? What is you talking about? They own you. Can't go. You're trying to sit up here and teach somebody something that they told you to teach. And you think everything is going to be all good? No. No, absolutely not, boo-boo. Absolutely not. You are a pawn. A pawn. A barcode. Property. A number. Pawn. Pawn. And you love it. And you love it. You love it. You love it. You love it. That's the whole thing. You love it. But anywho, I'm about to be off this. Special shout out time. Special shout outs, okay, to Sapphire, aka Tiffany. Okay, I forgot her name. But yeah, Tiffany, okay. From It's a Vibe radio. Shout outs to Tiffany. She had me on her show yesterday and we was talking about fornication and all that, okay? And it was a whole bunch of, technical problems going on in between. And, the enemy is busy. And a lot of times when you talk about certain topics, you got to make sure your spirit is in the right place. Okay? But anywho, I'm about to be off this, okay? Like I said, you were born in the system to be sacrificed as a pawn. There's no way you're going to own no food if you don't own your own identity. And then the thing about it is these people train each and every day at work to come and beat you up, to come get you. Okay, what you going to do? Because they're going to protect their land. They're going to protect their people, their comrades, and their land. Okay, who you going to have to protect you? Then you got these stupid prepping channels, okay, calling themselves, trying to tell you something when they need to be taking up their own damn advice. And what they fail to realize is that they're going to die before me and before anybody else. You want to know why? Because you're holding the skills that they taught you. I was watching that movie Pandemic, okay? And Spencer Matthews, okay? His father came after him with the people, with the other comrades, came after him and said, you know what? He's been holding the skills that I taught him. He was under my command, okay? So yeah, you are under the general's command. So yeah, you better watch your mouth and you better keep doing what you're going to doing. Beating around the bush. Beating around the bush, playing musical chairs. Your title say this, but you got to say something different because you know, and I know, they're going to wash you up real good. If that's the case, if you're scared to talk, you might as well just not even talk and just not say nothing at all. Ain't nobody going to control my narrative. I'll die for what I believe in. Whatever that may be. Okay? And oh, another thing is this, right? You do not have to be part of a group. Don't listen to these prepping channels talking about forming a group. You don't never form a group against your government, okay? You can agree to disagree. I disagree with a lot of stuff, but you don't see me out here trying to form a group, okay? Because when you form a group, now you are a terrorist.